Talking about mental health is no longer optional, it is urgent. Globally, suicide is the second leading cause of death among young people between 14 and 24 years old, and in Latin America is the fourth leading cause of death. In 2024, Savannah Central reached 6 suicides per 100,000 inhabitants, exceeding the national average of 5.2. This speaks of a structural problem: economic inequalities, social pressure, lack of support networks, and a mental health system that remains distant and largely inaccessible. However, a problem cannot be solved if we do not talk about it. And the prejudices embedded in our culture have limited dialogue. The evidence is clear. The phenomenon is increasing. Today, the question is not whether the problem exists, but rather what are we going to do about it?
We are fifth semester students at the University of La Sabana. We have a focus on innovation and research and experience working with communities, so we know about the problem and the impact of it on the people from Savannah Central. And this is how we decided to create Vitalet, a project designed to transform how people perceive mental health by using education as its core pillar. It is a flexible educational program adapted to 4 age groups: adolescents, young adults, adults, and older adults. These will be divided into 4 sessions of 1 hour, which involve social leaders and other entities in charge of leading, who will be trained to guide each meeting. The aim is to help the development of management skills and emotional coping, identification of signal and risk factors, and establishing when to redirect to mental health professionals. We begin by introducing the issue and understanding its significance. Then address protective factors through role-playing exercises to identify actions and environments that helps prevent suicidal thoughts. In our third phase, we use virtual reality in the MetaLab with immersive simulations where participants practice recognizing warning signs and intervene safely. Finally, we worked on coping and emotional management, creating a practical kit with tools for managing emotions, emphasizing that all emotions are valid. The program is age-appropriate to maximize our learning. For adolescents, we use playful, highly participatory activities to introduce concepts, and a treasure hunt where each clue represents an emotion and culminates into the creation of their kit. For young adults, the approach is interactive and reflective. We start with Kahoot and a mini presentation, and for coping, we use movie clips to spark discussions and link emotions to concrete tools. For adults, we prioritize more structure and apply sessions. We use Mentimeter to gather insights, and we conclude with a clear and practical explanation of their coping kit. For older adults, the approach is more experiential and symbolic. They build a mind map on mental health, engage in role-playing, develop a group story to identify risk signals, and reflect on what they should do, and conclude with an activity from the kit to express their emotions.
Why should you choose us? For the government, this means fewer crises, fewer suicides, and fewer hiding costs that eventually explode in emergency systems. It's an investment in prevention and community, while strengthening social programs with real, measurable, and close-to-the-ground impact. For leaders and volunteers, it's not just about helping, it's about growing. Their time gains value, they receive tangible benefits, and they build support that contributes to their academic and professional paths. And for that community, this is power. The power to understand mental health, to name what hurts, and to have the tools to avoid falling or to help someone else rise. What set us apart from the competition? We don't just intervene, we build a model that multiplies. Through replicable education, each trained individual becomes a community multiplier, creating exponential impact. While others react, we prevent problems at the root. Our model is escalable and adaptable across contexts, age groups, and educational settings without losing effectiveness. We work directly with social leaders, which ensures trust and real participation, and we enhance their reach with direct contact through emails, social networks, and other methods adapted to different social groups. The project's initial funding amounts to 60 million Colombian pesos allocated to logistics, transportation, materials, technology, refreshments, workspaces, and pre-operational costs. Our model projects approximately 10,680,000 pesos in revenue through institutional partnerships, sponsorships, and participation in project activities. However, the project's primary source of financial sustainability will come from donations from both the public and private sectors. Furthermore, the 3-year financial projection estimates an internal rate of return of 27.31%, demonstrating that the project is financially sustainable and scalable over time. Our team is made up of CEO Daniela, CFO Gabriela, COO Juliana, CTO Alejandra, CSO Mariana. Each one leads a strategic area to ensure the sustainability, operation, innovation, and social impact of the project. In short, this isn't just a project, it's a model that grows, adapts, and lasts.